this is how I found my sound. Okay, so this left side is me, and this is what I'm trying to make. So let's forget about this right circle right now, and I'm trying to breach into the drum and bass scene. So this is just before my Bleach LP. Side note, so I'd actually been listening to drum and bass for a long time at this point, because I've been producing, well, as of right now, for about 10 years. My mum introduced me to drum and bass, but I never quite wanted to produce it. And the reason I didn't want to make it was because I didn't want to ruin the magic of what drum and bass was for me. But what was my goal? My goal was to play shows. I was making lo-fi music and kind of American-leaning trap music at the time, and I live in the UK. That's not going to get me shows. I remember seeing my first show, which was Skrillex and Flux Pavilion at the Lead Mill in Sheffield. So I had to think, how am I going to get shows? I finally started to incorporate my passion of what it was listening to drum and bass. When I did that and then honed in on that other circle, my other influences, what I was left with in the middle was my Bleach LP and my newfound sound of where, I guess what brought me here now, the Rohan sound. But how do I stand out from everybody else that's doing this circle? If I'm just making drum and bass and my other influences are drum and bass, it's just going to sound like all the other drum and bass. So what I did is I had a good think about my other influences, everything from films to art to music. So like Midsummer, I had Midsummer, which is the film. There's music I was listening to, which was like Forte, Caribou, Barry Can't Swim, Jasper Tigner, all that kind of stuff, Leon Vinehall, stuff that's not drum and bass. And then once thinking about all of those, when you then merge the two, so I'm trying to enter and be successful in the drum and bass scene with all of these other influences, and when you merge the two, that's when you get something original. So how do we make this relevant for you? Have a good think about what it is and what it is that you're trying to do. Let's say you're trying to get into drum and bass scene, the halftime scene, the bass scene, and then really look at your influence.